Hello and welcome to the SAT at Grosse Pointe North High School. In this video, we'll briefly address the steps you should take to successfully administer the SAT. All of the information contained in this video can also be found in the Room Supervisor Manual.
When you first arrive at the main office, you will check in and receive a basket of materials. Your basket will contain your roster, materials report, testing script, test booklets and answer forms, and essay booklets if you're in an essay room. Your basket will also have extra pencils for students that need a spare and plastic baggies with Post-its for collecting phones later on.
Now once you've received your basket, you can head to your assigned room. Upon arriving at your room, count through your test booklets to make sure that the count matches what was entered onto the master materials report, which is included in your basket.
It's also recommended that you take this time to place a plastic bag and Post-it on each of the desks. These will later be used to collect test takers' personal devices.
When you are ready to admit test takers, stand in the doorway and check each test taker's government-issued ID and admission ticket. They must have both to enter the room. If they don't have one or the other, send them to the test center supervisor in the main office. Direct test takers to random seats as they enter the room. It's recommended that you tell them which row to sit in and then alternate the rows. Don't forget to check test takers off on your roster as they enter the room. If they're not on your roster, they've been scheduled to a different testing room. Once your test takers are checked in and seated, you can go ahead and read the supplemental before testing script, which will cover the collection of phones and personal electronic devices. If a test taker has an electronic device of any kind with them, except for a calculator, they must make sure it is powered off. This includes smartwatches. They will then write their full name on the Post-it note and place the Post-it note on their device so it can be clearly seen, and finally place the device in their bag. Once students have bagged their devices, use your materials basket to snake the room like you would with test booklets and collect their devices in order. You will pass their devices back at the end of the exam in the same order. When it's time to pass out answer documents, test booklets, and/or essay booklets, snake the room by starting at one corner and working your way down the aisle. Then work up the aisle next to it. Continue the pattern until you finish. Always start in the same spot and go in the same direction to ensure that materials are distributed in the correct order. Be sure that you keep accurate time during the test and make sure that you fill out the materials report according to the instructions in your script. Once testing is over, you will need to collect the test booklets from the test takers. Follow the same snake pattern. Do not go in reverse. Have the test takers remain in their seats while you're collecting test booklets. Once you've collected test booklets, you need to pass back out all of the personal devices you collected. Have test takers remain seated during this portion as well. Have all test takers who turned in a device get their ID out. Go through the room with the basket of devices following the same snaking pattern and compare each test taker's ID to the name on the device before returning it to the test taker. Do not give devices to anyone other than the owner. Again, all test takers should remain seated during this time. After you've returned all electronic devices, you can read the dismissal parts of the script and dismiss the test takers. Again, all of the information contained in this video is available in the Room Supervisor Manual. By following these procedures, you'll be on your way to a successful and smooth SAT administration.